We have an NHL trade to discuss between the Philadelphia Flyers and the Dallas Stars. The two teams have swapped forwards. We'll get into all the details coming up next. Welcome back here to Top Shelf Hockey. Now we have some more breaking news, and we have another NHL trade here to discuss between the Flyers and the Dallas Stars. We have Ryan Hartman going from the Philadelphia Flyers over to Dallas in exchange for Tyler Pitlick. Now, the traveling Ryan Hartman now has been with a few teams over the last few years. Of course, he's 24 years old. He's a pending RFA as well, so obviously the Stars will have to decide to sign him to a new contract. I can't imagine they would trade for him and not sign him. I don't see him really making a whole lot of money here, so it should be a fairly easy contract to put together. But like I said, he's 24 now. He started with Chicago, had a couple of decent seasons, and then ever since then, he's kind of found himself here on the move. He ended up being traded from Chicago over to Nashville. Didn't stay there very long, but traded to Philadelphia last year near the NHL deadline. And now he's on his way to Dallas. So this is going to be his fourth NHL team in his young career. But really, ever since having a 19-goal season with the Hawks a few years ago, he really has struggled with his consistency. He hasn't been making very much money. His last contract was just a one-year deal, under $1 million. I think it was around $700,000 or $750,000, something like that. So obviously, this should be another fresh start for him. Hopefully, he can get things going in Dallas and get things back somewhere as close to where he was performing in Chicago before he was ever left the Windy City. Now, of course, in Tyler Pitlick, they kind of get a player in a similar situation here. He's now 27 years old. He had a few years with Edmonton, never really caught on a whole lot, get a lot of playing time, but he spent the last couple of years in Dallas as a pretty regular player on their roster. 2 seasons ago, he played the full season, but last year he was certainly limited to injuries, ended up getting himself into 47 games. In those 47 games, he only put up 12 points. He signed for one more year, and he's making $1 million. He's coming off a 3-year contract where he's making $1 million per year. So essentially, we can kind of sum this up as a swap of struggling forwards looking for a fresh start. They kind of get things going. They're a slightly different player here as well. So hopefully they can thrive in their new environments and see if they can kind of get their NHL careers back on track. I think with the Stars, they're probably just trying to freshen things up, move Pitlick along for a fresh start. We'll see what they can do with Ryan Hartman. Like I said, he's probably going to sign a short-term 1 or 2 year contract with them, probably $1 million or less. I'm going to guess probably around $700,000 or $800,000 is likely what he's looking at. So it doesn't really save either team really any cap space. I mean, the Flyers could have signed him and decided to keep him for a small amount instead to get Pitlick at $1 million. And then said the Stars will now sign Hartman and probably slightly less than $1 million, so they'll get a little bit back. But either way, not a huge trade. Swapping of struggling players. Hopefully they can each thrive here in their new start and get going here with their new clubs. Let me know your thoughts of the trade down below in the comment section, and we can continue the conversation. Stay tuned here to Top Shelf Hockey for all the breaking news. There should be plenty more content coming between trades, free agent signings, tons of rumblings and rumors around NHL trades and free agent signings. So stay tuned here. I'll keep you all up to date with all the latest news. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you next time.